This is Jane with Jayne Design. I want to take a minute to show you around the Client Center so that you can easily find some of the things that you'll be needing with when you're working with all of us over here at Jayne Design. So on the home page now we have this great little tab over here on the right hand side, something you hopefully cannot miss. And it's only on the home page, but if you click over here we've got this fabulous little Client Center. And over here it's intended to provide you with all the things that you may need on a periodic or even regular basis. New clients are going to be setting up some account information right in here. And this is probably the primary place I want to spend some time for this video, which is request web changes. Now to request web changes, this is the most efficient way to do it. If you click on this here, these would be for the kinds of changes that you need to make to your website. They could be small adjustments, big adjustments, but typically this is going to be for the single page adjustment. And I just want to go over this so that this is as easy and user-friendly as possible. So the first thing you're going to do is copy the URL from the address bar of the page you wish to change. And how we're going to do that is I'm going to open a new tab. And let's say you're on your website. I'll just go to my website. And while you're here, you find that there's something, let's see, there's something in here. Maybe you find that the contact page for you is not working. And so what you want to do is you want to take this URL right here at the top, like I've just highlighted, and you can either go to Edit Copy, or the shortcut is Control-C. And you're going to come back over here, and this is asking for the URL. Well, that's the URL. You know it's a URL because it starts right here, www. Okay, so this is a pretty critical step. We want to include that. We want to include an explanation of the changes. Let's say the problem is that clicking submit does not send results. Okay, need an I in there. We'll say to my email address. Now, you might also find here that the better explanation you can give here, the easier we're going to find to repair it for you. If adding or changing copy, you need to put it in here. Please don't leave do not leave room for interpretation. Just tell us exactly what you want it to say and where you want to replace it, for instance. Now, oftentimes we're going to need a screenshot. So we want to see what it is that you're seeing. And so if you feel, if you're even not sure about whether or not we need to see exactly what it is that you're seeing so that you can better explain to us what it is that you need, you're going to want to send us a screenshot. Now, if I go back over here, if you're on a Macintosh, all you're going to do is hit Command, Shift, and the number 4. And you get this nice little plus sign thing. And you're just going to drag it across, and it's going to take a picture. Now that's going to save on your desktop, and when you do that you can then upload it right over here. So you're going to browse and click upload. Now if you are on a PC, however, you're going to have a print screen button, and that's going to be on your keyboard. So find that print screen button, and when you do, it's just going to take a little snapshot and you won't even know it's happened. So it'll take a snapshot of your screen. It'll be like a copy. And so then what you can do is you can open an application like Paint, and all PCs come with something like Paint. Now I've found that you can also use something like Word, Microsoft Word, or in my case I'm using open source Office, and you can actually paste that in there. So if you have something copied, and let's say I'm going to use this open source Office or Microsoft Word, I'm going to edit and paste. If I were on a PC, I would have hit print screen, it would have made a copy, and then I would paste it. And last thing I pasted was this URL. But let's say I go over here and I have an image. It's going to open something. I opened a screenshot. I'm just going to select all, edit, copy. This would be the same process in essence that you would do on your PC. You're just going to make that copy. You're going to edit, paste it into your application, And so now you have this file. We're going to save this file, save as, save it somewhere that you're comfortable, like on your desktop. Print screen, we'll say. And then you can upload that file to us through this right here. So now we've got a print screen, okay? Tell us whether or not it's urgent. Give us the name of the image. So in other words, we just named that image print screen. And some instructions for the image. Your name, your email, any other documents. This first is if you need an image replaced. So let's say you're adding an image to your website, and this second one is just any other document that you need to include. Click Submit, and that goes right over to us. Okay, so let's move on to another option. This is a website change. This is a website error correction. So this is very similar, only there's an error, something you're seeing that isn't quite working. You might have an error message, but ultimately these can oftentimes be interchanged. But one of the most important, most critical things that you can do for us with an error or with a change is to let us know what browser you're using. Now over here I have 3 browsers that I use. I use Safari, I use Firefox, and I use Chrome. I recommend that all clients use at least 2 different browsers and they have them at their disposal. So if something's not working in one browser, you can troubleshoot and check in another browser. Send that to us. Let us know which browser and even which version of the browser that you're using, if you can determine what version you're using. And that way we can troubleshoot and try to see what you're seeing. But again, that screenshot is pertinent because we may not be able to reproduce that same error without knowing exactly how it is you're looking at it. Okay, the next thing I want you to take a look at is multiple request changes. So for instance, if you have several pages or several images that you want to include in your website, this gives you some more leeway to add more information. The next thing we have here are some instructional tutorials I'd like you to take a peek at. There's some getting started tutorials. And these are some of the tutorials you'll need just to get started with working with Jayne Design. And here's some extended tutorials. And these are ones that we are continuously adding to. So if you want to check over here and review these periodically, we often add to them. It'll tell you a little bit about some Facebook, removing duplicate images on WordPress. So this is just a various different kinds of tutorials. If you're looking for something more specific, you can find them here under tutorials, WordPress, e-commerce, PH purchase, and then the tools, kind of fun too. And there's some social networking in here. So feel free to browse around. Finally, and those are our tools right in here. Finally, this is if you're opening up a e-commerce site. You'll need a Payleap or a merchant account of some kind. You can make a payment to Jayne Design right here. You can get some social networking tips in here, as I said, and you can also even submit a testimonial here if you're feeling inclined. We always love testimonials, and we even credit your account an hour for your time. So really appreciate it. So thank you for being a team member for Jayne Design, and thank you for watching.